We've all been there. It's Halloween night, and you've got the perfect pumpkin costume for your dog. But the moment you try to put it on, your usually happy dog turns into a statue of pure misery. Sound familiar? Well, you're about to discover why 90% of dogs absolutely hate wearing costumes and the one simple trick that can completely change everything. I'm going to share something that most dog parents don't know. Most dog owners think their pets hate costumes because they're being stubborn or dramatic. But the real reason has nothing to do with attitude and everything to do with how we introduce these foreign objects to our furry friends. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to transform your costume-hating dog into a confident fashion model. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. When you suddenly throw a pirate hat and cape on your dog, you're essentially creating a sensory nightmare. Dogs experience the world primarily through smell, touch, and movement. That cute superhero costume you bought? It smells like plastic and chemicals. It restricts their natural movement patterns. It covers their fur in ways that feel completely unnatural. Imagine someone blindfolding you and wrapping you in scratchy fabric while strange smells assault your nose. That's costume wearing from your dog's perspective. Here's what's really happening inside your dog's brain when you force them into that adorable witch outfit. Their stress hormones spike immediately. Their breathing becomes shallow. They enter what behaviorists call learned helplessness, where they freeze up because they can't escape the uncomfortable situation. This isn't cute compliance, it's actually mild trauma. Every time you force the costume, you're teaching your dog that getting dressed up equals feeling trapped and helpless. But wait, there's more to this story. Dogs are creatures of routine and familiarity. They find comfort in predictable experiences. When you suddenly introduce a costume without proper conditioning, you're violating their sense of security. Think about it this way. Would you feel comfortable wearing a heavy, strange-smelling outfit that someone just threw on you without warning? Probably not. Now here's where things get interesting. Some dogs seem naturally more accepting of costumes than others. This usually comes down to early socialization and breed temperament. Dogs that were handled frequently as puppies and exposed to various textures and experiences tend to be more adaptable. Breeds that were historically bred to work closely with humans often show greater tolerance for human requests, even unusual ones like wearing clothing. So what's the game-changing solution, you ask? It's called systematic desensitization, but don't let the fancy term intimidate you. This is actually incredibly simple and works like magic when done correctly. Here's exactly how to do it. Start by leaving the costume somewhere your dog can see and smell it for several days. Don't force any interaction. Just let them investigate on their own terms. Most dogs will eventually approach and sniff it once their curiosity overrides their caution. Next, begin positive associations. Place treats near the costume. Feed your dog their favorite meal next to it. Play their favorite games while the costume is visible. You're basically rewiring their brain to think good things happen when the costume is around. Phase 3 involves gentle conditioning. Hold the costume while petting your dog normally. Let them smell it while you give belly rubs. Drape just one small piece over their back for literally 2 seconds. Then immediately remove it and give treats and praise. The key is keeping each exposure incredibly brief and immediately following it with something your dog loves. Gradually increase the duration and coverage. Day by day, week by week. Add one more second, one more piece of the costume. If your dog shows any signs of stress, backtrack to the previous successful step. This isn't a race. Rushing this process will undo all your progress and potentially make your dog even more costume averse. Here's a crucial detail most people miss. The timing of your training sessions matters enormously. Work on costume conditioning when your dog is naturally calm and happy, not when they're already stressed or overstimulated. The best times are usually after meals or play sessions when they're content but still alert. The environment matters too. Start in your dog's favorite, most comfortable space. Don't attempt costume training in busy areas or when there are distractions. Your dog needs to focus entirely on processing this new experience without additional stress factors. Some dogs will never love wearing costumes, and that's perfectly okay. The goal isn't to force compliance, but to reduce stress and increase comfort. Even if your dog only tolerates wearing a simple bandana for family photos, that's a huge victory compared to the frozen panic response most dogs show initially. Remember, this process typically takes several weeks to several months, depending on your dog's personality and previous experiences with clothing. Be patient. Be consistent. Most importantly, respect your dog's limits and comfort level throughout the entire process. Your dog's well-being should always come first, even if it means skipping the elaborate Halloween costume this year. But with proper conditioning, next year could be completely different. Start this process now, and you might be amazed by the transformation you see in your formerly costume-resistant companion. Hit that subscribe button if you found this interesting, and let me know if your dog loves or hates dressing up in the comments.